welcome back to my channel. I know it's been like a hot minute since I vlogged, but yeah, so I took a bit of a break. You know, I had a lot of life sorting out to do, which has kind of inspired this vlog. So yeah, I'm gonna do a bit of like a story time. Anyway, I'm not gonna, you know, take up too much of your time, so let's just dive right into it. You noticed I'm not in my room. I'm kind of like in the hallway. I thought I'd try something different, you know, spice things up. So yeah, so how to deal with rejection or failure. Like I said, this is inspired by an experience that I went through this summer, which really changed my perspective and my outlook on a lot of things. And I don't want to say changed my life because that's a bit dramatic, but it was a life-changing experience. So I'm going to kind of go through how I dealt with that situation and like sort of the step-by-step approach that I used. Yeah, the step-by-step approach that I used. I'm going to use failure to mean, you know, you've set this target, you've set this goal, and you've struggled to achieve it. Likewise, rejection is going to be used in this video as you have had an opportunity taken from you, or you've been unable to exploit the opportunity. So I'm just going to throw that out there before I dive in. So first thing when you're going through something like this is it's so important to grieve. Let it out. If you're upset, if it's affected you and you feel upset about it, let it out. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to let something make you feel sad, and that's fine. Just make sure that you don't grieve twice. When you grieve, grieve once. And my friend told me this, and it's something that stuck with me. It's so important that you let everything out of your system one time. Don't come back and revisit those negative feelings or emotions. Let it all out so that it doesn't hinder you from actually making the positive steps forward that you need to make in your healing process. This is going to sound very, very strange, but it's so important. But in that grieving process, make sure you embrace the pain. Embrace the fact that, okay, I'm at a low point in my life right now, but I can't get around it. I can't go over it. I can't go under it. I have to go through it. Be proud of the fact that, okay, life hasn't been easy breezy, but here I am at a dark point. There's nothing I can do. I can't avoid it. I'm gonna have to take it head on and actually get through this somehow, some way. Once you've sort of let all the negativity out and you've kind of like cleansed your system of all negativity, all sad vibes, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Grieve once, and then once it's out of your system, leave it. Drop it, walk away. Don't long it out, basically, to the extent that it becomes you feeling sorry for yourself. You're just moping around, just sitting, doing nothing about it. When you are faced with rejection, faced with failure, a lot of people will come up to you and be like, yeah, it doesn't define you, da 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 da. And I agree, it doesn't. It's your reaction to rejection, your reaction to failure. That's what defines you. You can either go one of two ways. You can go this way, which is you allow this rejection, this failure to eat you up. You allow that negativity to kind of somewhat to consume you. You know, you allow everything to kind of manifest into something that's just nasty and ugly and all that negativity. Okay, this happened, whatever, accept it. Or you could go this way, which is the way that I prefer, which is you can take this thing by the reins. You handle it before it handles you. You stop feeling sorry for yourself. You pick up and you're like, okay, this has happened. Okay, cool. What can I learn from it? What can I extrapolate from it? What can I, you know, what can I take from this experience? How can I bounce back up? Is it for me? What sort of changes do I need to make? You can choose to turn your failure, turn that rejection into a setback, or you can use that situation and turn it into a dead end. It's up to you to change your circumstances. Honestly, there is always a hidden opportunity in every failed project, in every rejection. And rejection, failure, they show you what you don't need so you can learn what you do need. They become our biggest and strongest source of direction. People often term them as mistakes, but I think a mistake is only a mistake if you don't learn from it. If you cannot gain any kind of value from that situation, then it is a mistake and it need not happen again. And sort of like in the mix of like all of that I'm saying, I think it's important to kind of touch on this because I said it last time and I'm going to say it again. don't compare yourself to other people. Honestly, comparison is the thief of all joy, of all happiness, of all motivation, and it kind of just breeds resentment, negativity, jealousy, all this negative and destructive emotions. That's what it kind of breeds. And when you're in that situation, it's so easy to see how amazing everyone else's life is, and that's probably the worst thing that you could do in that situation. With that comes bitterness. You just become such a negative person, and that has knock-on effects on other elements of your life. The advantages of being at a low mean that you can only go up. And I've stumbled, I can't keep stumbling, I'm already on the floor. Do you know what I mean? Whereas when you compare yourself, you're kind of like, okay, you kind of just stay on the ground. And kind of adding on to that, I feel like I'm just adding on like bits, but like on that same like vein, be excited with where you are. Like, you have the power to redirect the direction this failure takes, or how you can pick yourself back up from that rejection. You have that freedom to kind of take control of where you're going. I believe that the hardest battles are given to you the strongest soldiers by God. So if you see yourself in a situation that is very, very difficult, you're one of the strong ones. When you take that view, it becomes so exciting, because you're like, oh my gosh, like I have what it takes. Adding on to that, once again, when you go through these situations, kind of remove yourself from the situation and kind of look at your life this point to this point, because maybe in that rejection, maybe in that failure, you're being taught a lesson. I was watching something the other day. This woman was like, you pray for patience and God gives you a place at the end of the queue. He gives you the tools, the resources, the people, you know, to develop that characteristic. You're gonna be put in situations that can develop your patience and other things along the way. That's the best way to kind of develop those key traits, and that's something that I think only experience can develop. Sometimes, and actually not sometimes, more often than not, the places where we have the biggest challenges become the places where we have the most to give. I say this because going through what I went through, I now have this appetite to help other people. I don't want other people to feel like they're going through this alone, which is partly why I've made this video, because I want to kind of, you know, show how I dealt with it, and hopefully that can help someone else. Like, if you're going through a similar situation, kind of have this desire to do whatever it takes to kind of make that process that much easier for someone else. And I just find that entire, like, the circle just amazing. Honestly, it's just so, it's beautiful. Like, honestly, it really is such a nice, you know, feeling to kind of feel like, okay, I'm gonna use this for the greater good. Wow. Wow. Yes. That being said, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I was all easy breezy, like with whatever I was going through. Trust me, I did not want to talk to anyone when I was going through my grieving process. And that's, for me, that's very strange. And my friend actually texted me when like everything happened. She's like, you know, because I'm always like on social media, like I'm always doing stuff, and if I'm not on social media, you know, my friends will come up to me and they're like, are you okay? Like, is everything okay at home? I'm not trying to paint this like, oh, everything's all happy and roses and happy dandy and whatnot, but like, I'm trying to use my own enthusiasm to show you that, okay, you can grieve, you can let all that negativity out, but you can't let it consume you, and that this is the end product of the post-grieving process. On that like note, the importance of having a strong support system is that, yeah, they do not define you, and it's nice to have people around you that know exactly what you're made of, and they can kind of remind you that when you forget, because when something negative happens in your life, it's so easy to focus on that one negative element and forget all of the good stuff, all of the positives and success stories that you've had here, because of that one negative thing, or that one setback, that one failure, that one rejection. You know, it's always nice to kind of have that reminder. So if you're watching this, you know yourselves, I know I keep saying it, but I'm so thankful that I have you in my life, because I probably wouldn't be able to kind of stand here and talk about this in the way that I am. So thank you so much. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Hopefully I've managed to help at least one person, because that's honestly what I'm here for. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, leave, you know, I said comment, so I can't say leave a comment. Okay, share, that's what I wanted to say. Share the video. You don't have to. It would be nice, but you know, it's a free world. Somewhat. I'm starting my masters, so it's going to be a completely different space once again, but you know what, I like keeping things, you know, mysterious. You know, I don't like to, you know, make any premature announcements of what's going on in my vlogs, so I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna keep you guys on your toes. You know what, I'm just talk. I told you, I warned you guys on my first vlog that I have a problem. Peace.